What is up, guys, and welcome to the sixth episode of the How to Code a Minecraft Kit server. Today I kind of wanted to do the soup part of the plugin. I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to do this yet, but I think I'm going to make people, well, of course I'm going to make soup heal. In my servers there were always 4 hearts, so that will probably be 4 hearts. We need to be careful that when they actually, when their hunger is down, even though it's not possible on the server, we still should do it. When their hunger is down, it should regenerate hunger. When their health is down, it should regenerate the health first. And I kind of wanted to do a soup command to let people just get extra soup in, like outside of the spawn. And while they do that, I've got this from the KPVP, the Kings of PvP's kit server. We'll give them some weakness, we'll give them some slowness, and we'll give them some other shit that they've got quite a disadvantage when they want the actual soup. Alright, so let's first start off with the soup. I'm gonna make a new event, actually, a new class. We'll call it inventory listener, because soup is part of the inventory, of course. There we go. And to do that, we need to implement the listener. There we go. Control Shift O, or bucket listener. There we go. And now event handler, which is the usual stuff which you've seen in the other videos. And then what we're going to have to do is let's see, the event that we need to, like, whenever someone right clicks the soup in their inventory, and that event is called a player interact event. So we'll do on player interact. This is basically the name of the actual part, so you don't have to worry about that. Player interact event, there we go. And then event, this is pretty much the usual stuff. We'll import it, Control Shift O. Now what we need to do is have the player, because we're going to have to use the player, so player is event.getPlayer. Wait a little bit, there we go. That's that. It's always a player because it's a player interact event, so you don't have to worry about it that something else actually clicks that. And now we need to get the material in their hand, because whenever a player would right click a sword, nothing should happen. It's not like whenever they right click their sword that they should heal too. So we'll do the material mat, we'll just call it mat, I guess. And then we'll do event, and we'll do player dot get item in hand. There we go. And then get type. There we go. That's the material. Control Shift O to import it. That's that. And basically that is the material. Now what we need to do now is we need to actually check that that they right click, or right click a block or air, that doesn't matter. So what we'll do is event dot get action is action dot right click air, or it's event dot get action is action dot right click block, which is it doesn't matter whether they click the air or whether they click the block. So that's that. Now we know that in between these brackets, that the player right clicked something. You don't know what. You haven't checked that the item is actually a bowl, or not a bowl, some soup in their hand. So what we are going to have to do is check if that material, which we checked in this line, to actually see if that is soup. So if mat is material dot mushroom soup is what it's called, yeah. And if that is true, if the material they right click, so they right clicked and the item in their hand, if that is material mushroom soup, now we should do the healing part of the plugin. So what we should do is first of all check if their health is full. So for instance, if player, see, we'll do this, double health is player get health, that will make it easier for the rest. So if health is 20, if it's 20, 20 is full, because when they've got half a heart it's one heart is 2, etc. So if it's 20, then we shouldn't do anything aside from checking for the food. Now again, this kit server, the hunger doesn't actually go down, so it doesn't really matter, but I still want to put it in there. So what we'll do is if, let's see, right, double food is player dot get food level. I'm not actually sure. Oh, it's an integer. All right, so we'll have to put int. There we go. Now we need to check if the food is 20. If food is 20, if it's 20, we shouldn't do anything. We should just stop, because the health is full, the food is full, nothing is gonna work there. So let's see what we need to do now. All right, yeah. So what we need to do whenever you right-click the soup, so the in between these brackets, the health is of the player is 20, so we want them to actually regenerate food, and the food is below 20, so it should heal your hunger. So what we'll do now is integer new food is food plus 8. There we go, and then if let's see, yeah, so if food is above if food is above if n food is above 20, which means that new number, so it means that the player actually had like 18 food, like 9 bars of hunger, and he ate the soup, which means it would like be above the actual 20, which we don't want. So if it's above 20, we'll just set it to 20. So we'll do player dot set food level, I think, yes, and then we'll do that 20, because that's just 20. And if it's not above 20, so that food level plus 8, if it's not above 20, we'll just send it player dot set food level. We'll set that to the new food, and that's that. And now all we need to do is we need to actually remove the bowl from the player's inventory. So we'll do player dot get inventory dot set item. We need to find where the item has to be set. So we get inventory dot get item slot, get held item, I think. Yeah, so that's basically we need to actually set the item in the slot. And what this does is it gives us where the item is located, which if it's like on the second slot, this will be 1, because it always starts with 0. And then all we need to do is material dot bowl, I think, item stack actually. Now we can actually do that up here. Here, item stack bowl is new item stack material. This will make it easier for the rest of the code, because we're gonna have to use this multiple times. Import it, Control Shift O, there we go. And now we'll do bowl in here, and then we'll return it. So basically what we have here, when the player's health is 20 and the player's food isn't 20, it runs these lines. So it calculates the new food. Plus 8 is what the actual mushroom soup will heal for your food. If the food is above 20, it sets the player's food level to 20, because that's the maximum, and else it sets the player's food level to his old food plus 8, which is that. And then with this line we remove the soup from the player's hand. All right, so that's that. Now we need to do the other line. So we'll do an else here, which means the player's health level is below 20. So let's see, yeah, so it's I'm sorry, so it's below 20, and now we just need to do the same thing as the food practically, and which is basically the same line. So we'll do double health. We actually have the health. Double new health is the current health plus 20, plus 8. I'm sorry, plus 8. We'll do the same thing. If the new health is above 20, we'll set the player dot set health. We'll set it to 20. If it's not above 20, else we'll set the player's food level, health level to the new health. It's that simple. And then all we need to do is again remove the item, the bowl from the player's inventory. And that is that. I think that is the whole complete food cycle. Now, I might have made an error code somewhere here, but we're gonna test that in a little bit. So that's part one of the video. Now what I want to do is do a soup command. So we're gonna make a new class. Actually we're just gonna copy and paste this to be easier. So we have the main template of the new kit. So do the soup command. There we go. We'll go in there. We'll remove everything we don't need, which is pretty much everything. And that is that. So this is basically a template for what we need. Now we need to add the soup command in here in the plugin.yml file, because that's what you need to do with every command. We'll go into the main folder, the main class file, and we need to do the exact same thing, but now with soup. Now the good thing is whenever you code it like the beginning, you can also just copy and paste anything else. We'll Control Shift O to import that. We'll go into the soup command, and now you don't really have to worry about any arguments or anything like that, because whenever he runs this, the player runs this, he did /soup, and we're not going to do anything special behind that, and so you don't have to worry about that. Alright, so the first thing we're going to have to do is we're going to have to create a delay, because you don't want people to have, whenever they do the soup command, you don't want them to actually have the soup instantly. You want them to have to be like waiting for 5 seconds or something like that. And for that, what we're going to have to do first is we're going to have to create an instance in the main class file, because whenever you need to make a delay, you need to specify for what plugin that delay is. And what I always do is I just do inst s mccombat. Oh, whoa, no, it's not. I'm sorry, it's skit inst, and I will just do this, and then we'll import that. And I think that should work. Oh, sorry, we need to do the main file, of course. So it's skit main inst, and basically what this is, and we'll make it public and static because we're gonna use it a lot. Basically what this can I use in the static context? There we go, public. Yeah, there we go. So okay, so I'll show you in a little bit why we need this exactly. But for now, we're gonna have to create a delay in the actual soup command. So we'll do bucket.getServer, and then we'll have to schedule get scheduler. I'm sorry, and then schedule a delay. There are a lot of things you can use here, a lot of different things, but we'll just use a sync delay task. And then we're going to have to go for skit main and then the instance inst. There we go. And then we'll do a new runnable. There we go. And that is that. And then we need to choose how long the delay actually is. Now every second is 20 ticks in a server. So what we're going to do is we're going to do 100 ticks. L stands for long, and then we'll do that. And now we need to actually make the runnable. So we'll do add override, which we did up there too, and then public void run. Now what this does is we'll import everything, import it. Not sure why this is changed to static. Alright, so apparently this doesn't work and we actually need it to be static. So what we'll do is this. We'll just do the int. Now this will be empty. So what we're going to do is whenever the server starts, we're going to make it sure that it knows that the instance we put up here is the actual plugin. So instead of doing that up there, we'll just do inst is this in this line, and it's kind of a workaround. Basically what this does is whenever the server starts, it will set that, and instead of setting it like static up there. Now we'll have that, and now we'll go in here, so that works. And now we need to have a runnable. Now I'm not, oh yeah, of course we need that. I forgot one thing. All right, so that works. Now you can copy and paste this over. It's not, you don't really have to worry about it. Again, basically what it does, it's a delay. You set the amount of delay here in 20 ticks, so 100 means 5 seconds. And then what happens in here, it basically, you know, happens after that delay you put in there. So we're gonna have to make this player final. There we go. And then we'll get the player get inventory, and we'll give them 7 more soup or 9 more soup. So add item. We'll actually put a, yeah, there we go, new item stack. We've all done this before. Material mushroom soup 1. There we go, and that's 1. And we need to import item stack. Control Shift O again, and well, then we'll just copy and paste that 9 times. You could do it with a loop again. Is that 9? 5, that is 9. Yep, you could do it with a loop, but we're not going to do that. So there we go, that's that. Now we need to, before the players actually get the soup, we want them to have a few like potion effects, like weakness, like slowness, so they have a to actually get the new soup, that they have to be vulnerable. All right, so we'll add the potion effect, player.add potion effect. There we go, and now we need a new potion effect. And then we'll do a potion effect type, which is basically the type of the actual potion. And then we'll at first give them slowness. And there we go, and then we need to specify how long that slowness is. And we want it to be, let's do it 10 seconds for now. We might actually change that eventually. So that is 200. And then we need the power of the slowness. We'll do 4 or 3. There we go. Makes that. We import the potion effect. And then we'll also give them another potion effect, which will be weakness. Weakness. There we go. And then could we add another one? Like blindness or something like that. Yep, there we go, blindness. We'll put that in too. And basically what this does is it will give them potion effect for 10 seconds. Might be a bit long, isn't it? We'll give them for 1 second longer than the actual soup takes. So we'll do 120, which is 6 seconds. It gives them that those potion effects when they do /soup. And then after 5 second delay, which is 100 ticks, it will give them all the other mushroom soup. Now, let's try to test what we have here. So we'll export jar file. Let's export this again to the local server we have down here. We'll do that. We'll run it. Again, my Minecraft will be a little bit choppy because it is, you know, it is recorded with Camtasia, I believe, and it's not Fraps, but it's just for like to show what we have. So we'll direct connect to localhost. There we go. This was what we had from last time. We'll do /kit PvP, which we had before. And now we're first going to see if the actual soup heals. So we'll jump down. We have damage. We right click the soup. And nothing happens. Now, of course, I don't know what this is. Go away. We haven't actually registered the event in the main class. I totally forgot about that, to be honest. So we'll register the event, new inventory listener, and then we'll do this, which is all basic. I'm being attacked by a zombie in the background. Don't worry about that. So we'll export it again, and we'll /reload, or just reload in the thing here. Now you go away, you motherfucker. Now if we right click this, we should heal. So there we go. Now it did heal. Did it give an error message? No. It did heal, but it didn't actually remove the item. Alright, so what we forgot to do is we forgot to cancel the actual event, because we don't want, you know, don't want the actual, whenever you right click some mushroom stew, you actually eat it. You know, you do the eating shit, but we don't want that to happen. So we're gonna cancel the event so that doesn't happen, and then we'll remove the item, and that should work, because whenever you are eating an item, you can't actually set it from your inventory. So we're gonna see if this is working. We'll reload the server again. There we go. We'll take some damage, and hopefully this will work. Right click the item, there we go. So we ate the soup, it gave us health. Now I can't actually show you the food part because the food won't, you know, it won't stop. We'll just actually take this off. Come on, who else? There we go. So we'll just eat the soup. So whenever we have, you know, we have below or above 6 heart, it will set us to full hearts. And then if we have even below that, there we go. So we'll eat the soup, and now we'll set it, just added 4 hearts to what we have. Now we're like a live pincushion here. There we go. So now the other thing we have to check is whenever we do /soup, it will give us like all kinds of potion effects, and it should give us extra soup within 5 seconds. So there we go. We've got the potion effect. We've got the slowness, blindness, weakness. We're like totally vulnerable, and there we go. It added the new soup, and it gave us all the potion effects. Now I kind of want to do one more thing whenever we do the soup command. I wanted to have a message. Alright, so what we need to do is we need to let the player know that they actually got the soup, which is, you know, there's a small addition that will that the players will be thankful for. So we'll do it like a nice dark green color, and then you have been given 9 soup. There we go, and that's that. That's pretty much it for the soup healing. What we did is we checked the food level, we checked the health level, we make sure to cancel the event because we forgot that. It removes the bowl from their inventory, and we put in a soup command that whenever a player does /soup, they get slowness, weakness, and blindness for 6 seconds, and then 5 seconds after they did the actual command, they will be given the soup. Now that's that. Oh, and we did the instance for the delay, which is this. Yeah, so thank you guys for watching. It was a long episode, but I'm sure you learned from it, hopefully actually, and leave a like if you found this helpful, and I'll see y'all later in a later episode.